And you're to witness
the recording is
something monumental.
It is fucking beautiful.
Nice.
Stand, and this is some of you that train with me before, you've done this drill before. You're gonna stand pretty much one step outside of being able to touch the guy, to tag the guy, right? Okay, his job from concealment, when he sees me moving towards him, and I'm gonna try to do one of the two things. I'm either gonna try to drill with everything I have into the middle of his chest, okay? Or, okay, I'm gonna try to take his balls and belly button and kicking up that fucking hill. He doesn't know which one I'm gonna do, okay? So his job now is what? Get out of the way, and before I reestablish some kind of ability to turn back on him, his weapon should be out, okay? We're gonna start in non-competitive manner. So basically I'm just gonna go to touch. And we're trying to see as far as his actions, okay, did he first move his hands towards his weapon, or did he move his feet?
Двигаясь без повода туда.
Где мерцает свет моего города?
Двигаюсь без повода. Да, я двигаюсь.
Moved first. You watching it? Guys, I want you to work that slow because it tells a whole lot of story as far as what his priorities are. Movement often itself is a weapon. If he's coming at me, okay, this should move first before anything else. Gradually, as this moves, I will introduce other things into it.
Где мерцает свет моего города?
Двигаюсь без повода. Да, я двигаюсь без повода туда.
But the main thing is get your fucking feet moving. For Westerners, this is one of the biggest diseases that we have. We live very much sitting lifestyles and our feet are dead. We don't move well. So again, at first, work relatively slowly. Okay? And just let person explore that sequencing of movement first, weapon secondary. Movement first, weapon secondary. Now, the person who does the attack, I'm not heat seeking. So although he starts stepping out of the way, because it's slow, I can still tag him, right? You should have mental discipline to strike the spot that you have predetermined as a target. Because in the slow speed, yes, I can change the direction of my kick, I can change the direction of my punch. If I really let it fly, I'm not changing in mid-flight. I mean, it's like a bullet. Once it's fired, once it leaves the barrel, it goes, unless you're fucking Angelina Jolie, right? So have a discipline to fire off that initial stimuli, okay, and stay with the direction where he was. If he doesn't move out of the way, I have no qualms whatsoever about him being hit. He should love himself a little bit more and get himself out of the way. Talk to each other, critique each other. If you see the person moving first before his feet move, point it out, because you'd be surprised how many people are not even aware what the fuck they moved first. They're like, I stepped out of the way. Then you show them the video, they're like, oh shit. We have to kind of break it down into compartments on what skill sets we're working on. Okay, if we're talking total fight, absolutely. At this distance, he attacks, he goes with something. I'll probably do something else before I earn the access to my weapon. From legal perspective, it can be asked, am I authorized to use this kind of tool just because he tries to punch me in the face? Very legit question. Now, it could be not a punch in the face. He very quickly accesses his gun and drives it towards my face, right? Kind of apply a little bit of a context of what we're working on. We're not working here on the application in the fight, we're working on the specific attribute. Okay, and the specific attribute is get out of the way. Okay, he attacks. Get close to the person as you're doing something else. Instead of doing it sequentially where you go like you step out of the way and now you access your weapon. Okay, you're gradually trying to do both at the same time as you're doing this. I'm not involving myself now with what? I'm not involving myself with any kind of martial ways of fucking hurting people and then shooting them in the back of the head. Okay, and I do it on purpose because I want to keep my hands, okay, close to my task. And when I say close to my task, it could be my gun, it could be his torso, it could be his gun. Make sense? That's why I don't want to spread it out into that total fight where we're going to go for full takedown, neck break, knee dislocation, and on and on and on. Tighten it up to where, as you're stepping out of the way, your hands and everything, they stay close to you instead of extending yourself out there and doing the work. We will get to that part, but this is not the initial purpose of this drill. Make sense? Now, when you throw the punch, guys, a lot of people go like, how long does it take to become good at something? Well, that's a fucking loaded question, right? I've seen the guys who've been training for 10, 15 years, they still suck balls. I've seen the guys after 2 years, they kick asses and take names. What is the difference? It's how you use the time that you have in training, okay? If I'm the one who's throwing a punch here towards my training partner, okay? I can choose to be sloppy and go, whatever. Or I can go, you know what? I'm actually gonna make a real effort to throw a legit punch with the timing of my step and everything and my body weight moving together to where it's actually gonna be some juice to it. You know what I mean? I'm using now my time for training that has nothing to do with gun access or whatnot, but I'm improving my ability to hit person. I'm improving my ability to throw that kick that will fucking land. Okay? I'm using my time. I'm not gonna suck 10 years later. So although you are the, so to speak, passive participant of the drill as far as you're only providing the stimuli for other person to work with, don't waste that fucking time. Become better at doing what you do, okay? Because that will cut down the time to become good. So what I see, person punches towards your face and you create this kind of distance that, think about it. How much do I need to move in order for him to miss my nose? This much. Why is it that you feel that you need to be here? Why is it?
Fear.
Fear. Why do you have that fear? Ready? You haven't been fucking punched enough. You don't know what it's like. You go like, I've been in the fights, I've been punched. I did some jiu-jitsu, MMA training, and you know, a couple of times I got tagged and all that stuff. No. I mean like fucking stand here, okay, and just motherfucking take it. Boom, okay, boom, hit after hit, a little bit on the face, a little bit here. You should go through that in training, okay? And it's never gonna be pleasant. You're never gonna get to a point to loving it and seeking it. It's gonna suck, always, okay? But what it removes the primal fear out of it. Okay? Because with primal fear, this is how you're going to react. You're going to try to create distance. Tell me, what can I do here? Yeah, I can do this. Yeah. Now, how much control do I have of him? Is he going to stop there like Jim Carrey? You attacked me wrong? No. Immediately after he throws that first punch, start with the first punch, right? Okay. I'm here. Next bomb comes in. Tackle comes in, kick comes in, and all that stuff. On the other hand, okay, if I find myself here, what options does he have?
Not much.
Okay, look at the workspace management. You go like, you're not gonna access the weapon. I'm gonna earn my weapon access from here. Okay, I'm gonna hurt him, I'm gonna break his structure, I'm gonna take him down. I may not need to access my weapon. But this whole idea of, boom, create the distance to keep myself safe, this is where the fucked up things happen. As I keep myself safe, I make him safe. and I open up the space in which he has freedom to fucking manipulate whatever the fuck he wants to manipulate. He can access the knife, he can throw the kick, he can do the tackle, he can do the double leg takedown, whatever he's going to decide to do from there. When I close the distance and I literally slide by him, his options are very limited. And it's not necessary that I'm going to go into some kind of wrestling and takedown or whatnot. Not necessary. It is an option if you have those skills by any means. Those of you who have taken Craig's classes, what are the 3 P's? Pressure. Tell me how much pressure you see here.
Not much.
How much pressure am I giving the guy? What is pressure? Pressure is a forward drive to close the space. When I close the space, I'm limiting open space in which he can operate. He can access guns, he can use elbows, fists, knees, legs. What does he have to use here? What can you use here?
Right now?
Not so much. Maybe the knee, but do you have any range to even reach my balls? Maybe you can do that cross, and maybe you can do sideways headbutt. But who has the forward momentum coming in and sliding in here? Who has the forward momentum? Who has better base? Who has all the takedowns and everything else right there from the momentum? The person who closes the distance and pressurizes the space. Once you pressurize the space, side effect of that is this: you pressurize the time. Because once I open the space, he has time to make decisions and choose what he can do, what he sees, what data he receives. When I step out of the side here, he has plenty of data. He can determine where's my weight distribution is, where my hands position or whatnot. How much do you see here? Not fucking much at all. You see what I mean? So that 1P pressure, it's actually a much bigger thing than people go pressure. It's just this some kind of, esoteric term. I'm pressurizing, I'm increasing the what is it?
So
Through pressurizing the space, we're pressurizing the time. Make sense? What's the question?
do you try to redirect at all, or you just try to get out of the way?
Attribute versus application. Ideally, when you develop skills, this is how much you need. I may not even touch it. I literally, okay, I may be here. Which way I'm going to step? I'm going to step this way. I'm going to step this way. If I have really good skills, I'm going to step on the inside. But you have to have better skills to step on the inside than stepping on the outside. Sometimes you may be limited. There's a wall here. I cannot go this way. He attacks me along the wall. I'm going to have to go to the inside. And I'm going to have to work from here with whichever I have. But if I did this, do I have him pressurized? Nothing. Right? So when you don't pressurize the person, what is the second P in what Craig teaches in ECQC and EVO? What is the second P? Posture, right? Remember 3 P's? Pressure, posture, position, right? Through pressure, okay, did I change his posture? Did I do anything? Can he recognize my posture? Yeah. Did I change his posture? Can he recognize my posture? Who has better posture? Okay, through the same pressure and posture, position-wise, do I have any kind of big positional advantages here? Nothing of substance. On the other hand, do I have positional advantage here? Very significant. What technically you're going to do from there, based on your previous training, on your existing skills, it's not so much of importance. Okay, you win the 3 P's. The pressure, the posture, the position, you have a fucking fight. Class is over, you can go home, you know everything you need to know. If you stepping out of the way, work on stepping in close. I'm okay if you uncertain, you go like, man, I don't want that to go boom. And you want to put your hand there for just a minute, just to, what you will see in a lot of MMA approaches and all that, right? You have the hands there, guy tries to throw the punch, and they try to tap it out there, right? Make sense or no? I did not gain advantage. What did I win by slapping his punch out of the way out there? Nothing. I defended myself. That's fighting backwards. That's fighting back. That's defensive fighting. On the other hand, if I allowed him to go all the way, okay, and at the very last moment I defended myself here, do I have immediate advantages here? I do have immediate advantages here. I can work with stuff, okay? On the other hand, This stuff is just fishing waiting for opportunity. We may be in the scenario where it's no longer good visibility and it's not a punch, but you just don't see it. Okay, and you're gonna start putting this out there. What do you think is gonna start happening?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? On the other hand, when it comes close and I'm here, it's no longer of a consequence to me. Okay? I'm gonna go into my work here, whatever I'm gonna do here, and that is what that is. Attribute of pressurizing the space with the superior positioning is really where the bread and butter is. All the other stuff, how you're gonna apply your chokes, how you're gonna apply the underhooks and you know, attachments and all that stuff, it's all good, meaningful stuff, but without you getting pressurizing the situation and getting the positional advantage, you're just gonna be two bulls fucking banging your heads, and you don't know the other bull's capabilities. Okay, get that positional advantage. So that's why I want you to work on this, because this is not necessary, you know, application of how we're gonna fight, because a lot more tools will go into a fight, but that's that foundation. You know what I mean? Without good foundation, you cannot build that beautiful house. Although you have a vision what it's gonna look like when it's built, if you don't have good foundation, okay, little wind like that and it's a house of cards, it falls apart. So through pressure, good movement, and good posture, achieving positional superiority is the main objective. Make sense? That's why I wanted to deviate a little bit from the skill of us working from contact and working the distance on getting this to where we're closing and we're sticking to him like a toilet paper to dirty ass, instead of us bouncing off of him and again creating that open space.